Good evening and welcome to Wednesday Night Dash from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I am not Trevor Kratzer, I'm DJ Fluke, and I'm joined alongside Nick Warboy. Both of us are actually sitting tonight's race out for different reasons, so I'm filling in for Nick tonight. And we're going to talk about New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Loudon, New Hampshire. The oval opened in 1990, a very flat track in the turns, and it just sits just over 1 mile. So the session rules for tonight are, as usual, 40-minute practice. We're going to do a 5-minute 2-lap qualification, 75 laps, and we're going to have the stage break at lap 30. Go ahead and bring in... So, Nick, good evening.
How you doing?
This is, I have to ask, have you ever broadcasted a race before?
I'm going to be honest with you, I have not.
All right, so this is my first oval race. I've done some GT class before, covered the Daytona 24, if people familiar with the channel are have watched that. But we're going to watch the end of practice here. We're actually coming down to the final minute. For those who are not familiar with Wednesday Night Dash, if this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome. Thank you for tuning in this evening on Stadium Scene TV. We run a 10-race season. The races run approximately 45 minutes, and we run a competition caution / called a stage break at about 50% distance. There is no stage when we do the road course races, which is coming up here in a couple of weeks. The competition caution is the only caution, except if you watched Daytona the other week, you would have noticed we had a couple of bonus cautions as we ran into. And Nick, you actually came out on top of that one. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Run a NASCAR style point system with 40 points going to the winner. We give bonus points for a lap led, finishing on the pole, or starting on the pole, excuse me. Most laps led, and the stage winner gets a bonus. Ooh. Watching on my other screen here, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring you back. But you had just missed Colton Garner spinning out, and we are coming to qualification. But before we do that, coming up tomorrow on Stadium Scene TV, Alma Laura returns again as the guest host of House of Hockey. Show airs 5 p.m. Eastern on Stadium Scene TV. Ray and Alma discuss the NHL Conference Final matchups, the debut of Major League Hockey. That'll be interesting. I believe it's a 3-on-3 tournament style. Be very interested to hear more about that. And the latest from the PWHL. So tune in to House of Hockey, 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on Stadium Scene TV. So we're with Colton Garner, who... the process of running his first lap. Those familiar with the league, Colton frequently sits towards the front of the field, the exception being our last 2 super speedway races. So Nick, you came away with a win at Daytona, if I remember correctly, if my brain's working here.
That would be correct.
You did end up in the big one at lap 3, I remember.
Yeah, I ended up somehow keeping it locked up, kept it off the wall, kept the car clean, and ended up driving back through the field and held everybody off for the rest of the race.
I don't want to single anyone out here, but I started on pole for that race, and some people made some aggressive moves, and that's why we ended up with a couple of bonus cautions there. But my night started really going downhill at Daytona when one of the cars exiting the pits drifted out onto the track and broke up the line, and didn't wreck, but it was rough. So Colton Garner runs a 29.932, currently sitting first. 29.932, man.
Very, very quick. See, only 200ths ahead a second, looks like currently.
Yeah, currently Dawson Buchanan sitting at 29.960. See if anybody else is out on the track.
I have majority of them done already.
I wonder if people will be taking provisionals. So we got about 2 minutes left before we grid tonight.
Looks like I might have saw someone on the track there just a second ago before it swapped cameras, but could have been mistaken. Might have just been someone finishing up.
Oh, John Miles. Maybe not. Nope, he finished up here. Oh, we got Brian McKinney. There he is. Brian McKinney's out on the track. Actually, he just completed and ran a 31.168.
Ooh, that's a beautiful scheme there. A little bit of a, kind of a throwback. I like it.
Brian with his Goodwrench Plus, Goodwrench Service Plus is Dale Earnhardt tribute there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
we got for him.
so Brian will be rolling off 7th with a 30.885. Looks like John Miles might be
Oh, here we go.
working on completing a lap. He's got 53 seconds. With the Amazon Prime scheme.
Another good-looking scheme.
Yeah.
I like that blue to white.
That is a
Nice.
really good color combo. I think I see a University of Missouri logo. I believe that's where he attends school.
Oh, that's well good. Oh,
Ooh.
a little loose off the corner. Go see if he can gather back up 3-4.
His first lap he ran a
tight.
30.456. Currently good enough for 6th.
Seems like might be a pretty tight pack.
All right. And that should do it for qualification tonight.
There we go.
You'll put up in the corner here. So to celebrate 3 years of FR racing, Eric and I, are giving away the right front fender, or part of the right front fender from Tyler Reddick's 2023 Bristol Dirt car. You can see in the corner me holding that up. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Must live in the continental United States to be eligible to win. Head over to frracingonline.com/contest. Get your entry in. You follow on social media and give you some bonus entries. So get over there, enter it by June 30th.
Funny thing is, I was scrolling through Facebook earlier, and I think Instagram earlier, and I think I saw that post at least 3 different times. That's actually how I came upon FR Racing, through Instagram. I'm very happy I did.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. And hey, you came out of here. Not too often do we have rookies winning in their first season. So let's see who is in the driver chat. Oh, let's pull
Luckily
Eric.
enough.
Let's pull Eric in here.
Yeah, bring him on in. See what we got.
See if we can get him in here.
You've been stolen.
Eric, you have been stolen and are live on the broadcast.
Oh, good evening.
How you doing tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Hopefully better than last night.
So you'll be rolling off starting in 9th. How's the track looking so far?
Not too bad. Haven't gotten as much practice as I would have hoped, but see how this goes.
And as far as your strategy goes, it looks like we're rolling off here, so we'll let you get going. Going to cut this interview off. Good luck, and we'll see you at the finish.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, let's see the grid for starters here. Colton Garner rolls off first, followed by last week's winner, Dawson Buchanan. Jax Malin third. Dylan Behrens fourth. Hunter Hughes is fifth. John Miles pulls off a 6th place start, rounding out Vinny Silva and Brian McKinney.
Looks like
And closing out the back 3, we have Eric Richardson, Bill Mulfield, and Nick Cipriani all taking provisionals.
Looks like a good group of drivers right here. Going to be a tight field.
Got a small field
Gonna be
tonight,
up
but
first.
you get 11 cars, a smaller track, gives more room to race. So hopefully we're nice and clean. The pace car lights are out as it comes around turn 4. You're going to see Colson Garner bring us to green.
Not the only one seeing double, correct?
You are not the only one seeing double. That's going to get confusing. Pace car is off. And we are underway at New Hampshire.
Side by side, so like it. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean.
All right, looks like everybody has survived turn 1.
Ooh, 4 had the run off the top. Coming on the back. 4 is in the lead. We'll get him.
Coming around, we have Dawson Buchanan leading lap 1. 36.430.
Oh, we got a spinner 9. 9 spinning off the
Jax
bottom.
Malin.
Get it back around, get going.
Doesn't look like he's damaged too much. He appears to be back and underway.
Looks like he had just gotten loose off the corner. A little bit of air. No harm, no foul.
So the nice thing about the competition caution is you keep it close enough, or you're that first car a lap down, you'll get your lucky dog. You're back on the lead lap. You've got a chance to win. It's happened multiple times where we've had cars a lap down. Get that lucky dog, come back around.
Seems like my Pocono race.
Dylan Brand's moving into first. It's going to be confusing tonight, seeing both Hunter Hughes in the 18 and Colton Garner in the 40.
They are teammates.
They are teammates. Yeah, we got some Smoky
That's
Mountain
right.
racing action here.
There we go. They have, I guarantee, they have a really good strategy. It would not surprise me if those two come out and stay in the top 5 already.
Yeah. Dylan is pulling away. He's opened up a 0.8 of a second lead on second.
Woo. Who's that, 40 or the 18 in the second place? Nobody knows. I think it's the 18.
We do have the 18 currently sitting in second. So
There we go.
Dylan's been fast all season, and even going back last season, his rookie year, competing in the Cup Series, he's always been very fast. And unfortunately, if he had a bad finish, he ended up getting caught in traffic and just unlucky. But hopefully, we didn't jinx him there. Been known to do that.
Looks like a little spread out here between first and second, and then second to third. The fastest car is going to be duking it out. You know, by the end of this, I feel like it's going to be a 2-person shootout. And this one, he's got the touch, and the 18, he's coming up quick. Watch him. The 18's got some pace.
It'll be interesting to see the tire wear and how, as we get closer to lap 30, how that will impact his speed.
Well, with the way they're running, those right sides are going to get chewed up pretty quick. Looks like we got a little bit of a battle going on back there.
Let's go take a look. This is Colton Garner battling Dawson Buchanan for third.
Looked like it might have been for 60%. The 2 wide action in the back for 6th place looks like nice little group. 18 is keeping him in his sights, keeping
Oh.
it mirrorful.
Oh, and by the way, Dylan is also part of Smoky Mountain Racing as well. So we've got a 1-2-4 right now for Smoky Mountain Racing. I want to give a shout out to Chris Fuge, normally the driver of the 68. Will be out the rest of the season. Has a shoulder injury, had surgery on it. So get well soon, Chris. We'll look forward to having you back in the car soon.
Oh yeah, please get well soon. Need you back in there, duking it out. Ooh, that battle front's gotten tight. About a car. About a truck length. Truck and a half. Ooh, 18 got a good run off the corner there. Looks like he's got it figured out. The one looks like he's either saving tires or his tires are falling off. Might be saving. Might be not too worried about stage 1. Might be trying to think of stage 2.
Let's go back towards the end. We've got another battle here going on between Bill Mulfield in the 911 truck and Eric Richardson in the 13. You watched last week, the two of these guys were right in about the same position, and they battled down to the wire, and Bill just slightly pulled it out last week at Gateway. Gateway is a tough track.
Once you figure Gateway out, it is such a fun track.
It is. I agree with that, but oh, it is so frustrating.
Tough but fun. It's like Pocono, Tricky Triangle. Tough but fun.
Guess my automatic flags aren't working.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. I'll have to manually put the flag up on the display. That's okay.
That's alright. Ooh, battle's heating up front. 3 cars for first. Looked like what I saw with the outshot.
Yeah, Hunter Hughes has moved past Dylan for first.
Looks like 4 cars coming in to fight with him. Forty's not too far behind. He's maybe a truck or 2 off.
I mean, lap time wise, they're running virtually identical laps. Even the top 5.
This place is on an island. That's where you want to be, especially with the long runs. Just kind of be on an island. Click the laps off, especially for stage 1. Click the laps off around the track, especially if you don't know it. Stage 2, go get after it. Ooh, the one in the wall.
Ooh, let's go back and see that.
Good play on that one. What do we got?
Maybe we get a good way to test our replay system.
It looked like he slid up there.
Oh, he got turned by the 4.
4 got into him.
Oh, man.
That's gonna be. He might be a little heated after that one.
That's a bummer.
I'll tell you, I would be. Just enough to annoy me.
That's right. Dylan slipped down to 4th. Still only 3 seconds back of the lead. It's again unfortunate.
It's not too bad. But it's only stage 1. Still got a whole other half of a race to run. He'll get back up there. I can see him fighting for first by the end of this. That 4 truck is fast.
Got a Smoky Mountain Racing sandwich here with Dawson Buchanan in the middle in the 4.
Now with him tagging that wall, it does make me wonder if he has a little bit of toe damage. That one car.
He's slipping a little bit, but he's still holding about 3.5, 3.6 behind right now, so Just has to
Ooh,
limp
that
another
traffic
another 11 laps, and he'll be in good shape for the finish.
Oh yeah. Looks like a little bit of lap traffic coming up. They should be able to work this one. It's only a single truck. Should be alright. Should be able to work through that one truck of traffic pretty easy.
Try the blimp view here.
Looks like four almost tagged the wall there.
Looks like Hunter is approaching Eric Richardson in the 13. Eric running the dad's root beer truck.
Come on, Eric. We pulled you in here. Good effort.
Just shout out dad's root beer. Eric was the one who got me hooked on that. That is a good quality root beer.
Now, I've never heard of Dad's Root Beer.
It's a company based out of Indiana, actually. It's a you can get it almost anywhere.
I live an hour from Indiana, and I've never heard of it.
They're company's based out of northern Indiana, kind of northeast Indiana, and they sell at a lot of grocery stores. I think Big Lots actually sells it.
Might have to head to a Big Lots at some point this upcoming weekend and go check it out.
So the good news for Eric.
He would be the first car a lap down because there was no trucks in front of it.
Yeah, so Vinny Silva is a lap down right now. He must have pit. Because I don't see him. He's back on the track, but I missed him. Missed his incident apparently.
Yeah. I think his truck's is tight. That Eric's there. I think his truck's is tight. He's not able to really hold on to the bottom. It seems like he was up the track pretty high, or he's just trying to stay out the way. On the lap 30. We got about 5 to go, 6 to go.
Yep, we are approaching lap 25.
5 to go. From what it seems like, yeah, Eric should be the first one lap down. But if everybody pits and Sylvia decides to stay out, he'll get his lap back. Oh, one back in the wall.
I don't know what that was. That was a apologies there. That was a okay, lap 27.
Eric's holding on strong, staying on that lead lap. Just trying to give Sylvia a chance.
Yeah, yep, he's
Yeah, Thor's knocking on the 18's door right now.
yeah, there he goes. And maybe not.
Oh,
Oh, that was a close one.
oh, the Thor's gonna try it. Bad idea.
27.
Thor's trying to pull the 18 back. Oh, he might get a run here. 13 holding on strong.
Yeah, he's battling.
Oh, come on, 4.
You
That's what we
got,
like to see. Like
you got
oh,
Dawson and Hunter
Eric's
battling
on
for the
wall.
lead. You got Eric trying to stay in the lead lap. Oh, this is. Oh no!
Eric's
Oh
on the
no!
wall. He might
Oh,
back
oh,
out
and
of that. Ooh, that was close.
that
Oh.
that was what they call a veteran move right there. Where I'm not gonna say Hunter did that on purpose, but I think he knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, 100% he knew what he was doing. He saw that 13 in the wall and he finished the up there.
Want to
Hey,
keep.
Ford kept it clean though.
All right, we are
trying to rally back
approaching
up
lap
here.
30.
Fordy's trying to rally back and get a top 2 stage finish. I don't think he's got the time to
Lap
do it,
29 here.
Oh, the 4 is going to have the run off the corner. A massive run off the corner. Oh, he really wants that lead. He's hungry for it.
He's running out of time because caution's about to fly.
He's gonna come up with a second place.
Hunter Hughes
Stage
crosses
one.
the
That's all right.
line for 30.
Stage 1. There we go.
And
Stage 1 is in the
Stage 1 is in the books with Hunter Hughes winning the stage. Dawson Buchanan currently sitting second. Colton Garner third. John Miles fourth. Brian McKinney fifth. Bill Mofield sixth. Dylan Berenz in seventh. Nick Cipriani eighth. Jax Malin ninth. Eric Richardson a lap down in 10th. And Vinny Silva in 11th.
I give props to Eric because he was fighting his tail off to stay on that lead lap. I give him props for that one.
The pace car is on its way out onto the track.
Beautiful Mustang pace car. I'd say that's a 2008 Mustang right there. I like that year. That was a good year.
What year was that? I didn't.
I'm pretty sure that's the old 2008 Mustang.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that with the
Looks like
way the
that
front
body.
looks.
Yeah, the body of it, yeah.
I mean, iRacing came out in 2008, so that's
The original pace car. That would be right there.
guess on. So Eric Richardson is coming around to take the lucky dog, it appears. And let's take a look at the leaders in the pits. All right, Eric moves ahead.
See what strategy comes into play. Who's got the better pit stop? Everybody looked to come in pretty clean. Nobody's got to back up. Nobody's got to move forward, it looked like.
Not a great camera angle. Pardon me. I'll try to.
Looks like some of them got race at all 4s.
All right. So the race off
I
pit
would've
road
raced to the water.
doesn't look like we have much of a change. Hunter coming out first. Dawson in second. Colton in third. Looks like Vinny is going to, I guess he stayed out an extra lap.
I think he went to go for his wave around and decided against it.
Yeah, he did. Not going to make it on one tank here. Well, maybe. Probably not.
You'd have to really be saving.
And his tires, there wouldn't be much left, even if he
No,
managed to.
No.
So we are approaching, it's like 2 to go. All right, here we go. 1 to go. Again, real quick, just as a reminder, if you're just tuning in, you can see my lovely face on the corner of the broadcast. We are giving away Tyler Reddick's fender from the, or part of the right front fender from the 2023 Bristol Dirt car. Go to frracingonline.com/contest and fill out that form. Follow us on social media. Follow YouTube, Twitch, you name it. You get bonus entries. Do that by June 30th, and that fender, race used fender, could be yours.
3 days after I turned 26. Look at that.
Making me feel old.
Someone's got to be the young buck in the field.
We got some younger. I got some 18, 19, 20-year-olds in the group. I'm pretty sure. Old enough to be your father.
Not sure.
I'm well. I mean, I would have been very young. And the green flag is out. Hunter Hughes.
Oh, massive jump. Whew. Got 18 and 40 up there now, with a 4, 5, 6, 7 car gap already. Jeez, so beat. Massive jump. Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Got a car spinning out.
I didn't catch who it was. Looks like
I did not see it either. All I saw was a car or two spinning as the camera was rolling away from it.
Nick Cipriani moving up into 6th place. Let's go check him out.
There you go.
Head back out to camera 2. Looks a little bit better here. Nick running the New York Giants paint tonight. But having a problem with trading paints. I hope that's what he's trying to run tonight. But some of the paints aren't showing up right on the broadcast. We're not sure why that is.
The only reason I'm not in this field tonight is I forgot to buy the track like 2 weeks ago.
This is not a track that you just come out cold and drive. That's, you know, when Trevor, he actually approached me at the, you know, when he came on to agree to do the season here as the broadcaster. He's like, hey, I can't make the May 22nd date. And I said, yeah, no problem. We'll figure something out. And 2 weeks ago, he's like, hey, remember, May 22nd's coming up. I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot. This was not planned. I do not like this track. And I was not upset at all to say, hey, I'll take the broadcaster seat for one night. Looks like Dylan Berenz was involved in that incident. He is currently pitting.
Oh. That must have been the truck I saw spinning down the backstretch.
Oh, we got a 1-2 with Hunter and Colton.
Keep an eye on that 4 car. We saw him have a massive surge at the end of that stage 1. Massive. He might have something up his sleeve coming towards the end of the race if it comes down to it. As long as he can get around that 40, he might have a shot at that 18. He could save his tires a bit more. Looks like he might have gotten some damage. It looks like he was sent up for a moment. It does make me wonder if team orders are at hand currently.
You know what? I'm not entirely sure who leads that team. I want to say it's Colton. Because of the 3 of them, Colton is the only one that actually lives in the Smoky Mountains. So I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess that he's the lead car for that group.
I'd say yeah.
Good 3-car battle. 4th through 8th right now actually are only about 3 seconds apart. About a second and a half between 4th through 6th between Jax, John, and you got Jackson, John, the JM Motorsports guys battling for 4th and 5th. So we got some teammate battles here going on. Go take a look at that.
it's taking gainer. Now remember, the 9 was one of the trucks that spun early in the race.
It's in about 4 seconds off the pace right now, so it's
sitting in 4th, sitting pretty after a spin early in the race. Hey, can't ask for any better of a night. I'd say that's a pretty good night.
This is impressive. The timing and scoring. I haven't used this one in a while. I'm using the ATVO, which you probably saw some of the logos pop across the screen. I've been playing with it to, customize it to our needs a little bit. And it's projecting that we're sitting at about 15 and a half minutes left of racing time. And looking at the lap times, that's pretty good. That's about 30 seconds a lap, 30 laps to go. That's 15 minutes. That's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Let's head back and look at Eric Richardson, who currently sits about 5.6 seconds back of the lead. A little under a second behind Bill.
Came off the wall a little bit. Never tagged it.
Bill's right on the tail of John Miles right here.
Oh, here we go. A little bit of a fight. I like it. Give the people a show. Give them what they want.
So
that's how I see it.
I have to shout out Bill here real quick. So Bill, from WJ Mofield Motorsports, Bill and his team, Eric and I put together a charity race back in January, the AFSP 200 for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And Eric and I, we were going to do it ourselves. Just wasn't coming together. Realized, you want to do a charity race, you need a lot more than 2 people working on it. There's a lot of stuff coming together, and we saw one of Bill's drivers had in September was Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and one of his drivers posted on social media he was running a paint for that, and I said to Eric, we should reach out to Bill and say, hey, you want to do this with us? And we reached out, and Bill said, yeah, absolutely. And we met weekly for the next probably 3 months, and we got this race put together. We got 26 next-gen cars racing on a broadcasted event. We raised $1,450 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and we gave away about $1,000 sim rig from our friends at Extreme Sim Racing. So it was a great night, and Bill and his group and Fernando Takahashi and the others with WJM, they really came through big time, pushing this event through their connections and just helping us prep and market and get this event going. It was a massive success, and we're looking forward to doing it again next year.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's a statement. Just how people can come together.
And Extreme Sim Racing, just a great bunch of guys. They're a Brazil company. They have a USA office out of Miami, and both us and WJM use Extreme Sim Racing rigs, and they reached out and we were saying, hey, would you mind donating some prizes to the event? And we're expecting them to if they said yes, they'd throw in a pair of sim racing gloves, something like that. I did
rig.
Yeah, not a whole extruded aluminum rig. And then they also threw in 5 portable wheel stands that you can use with your your G920s, your G29 Logitechs, and they gave us 5 of those that we gave away to people. So
yeah,
great
That's
products.
awesome.
Yeah, they're great products, great group, and they were a big part of the success of that event as well.
That right there, that's awesome. Looks like that battle for seconds heating up a little bit. I saw him, I think, do a couple looks to the inside. Forty's just been able to get that drive off the corner.
From that view, if you didn't have the timing and scoring, you would not know who is leading.
Looks like Lorenzo's still in the pits, unfortunately. It looks like his night might be done.
Yeah, I think he's pulled off for the evening. Only sitting 19 laps down. That's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Buchanan, he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants to get around. It's difficult.
So just coming up here on Stadium Scene TV, we've got the heading to Homestead next week.
That'll be a good track.
And after that, our trademark week off before the road course of the season. And in our this is the 9th season. This will be the first time we're heading to Sonoma.
Ooh,
So
that'll be interesting.
yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Although a truck at Sonoma, that's
You know, what would be really nice is when that June 26th race comes up there at Michigan. That would be perfect for myself. Now, I'm a Michigan man. I'm from Michigan. I go to the August race
oh,
and that's the day before my birthday.
So
So
you-
if I could come out and win that race, that would...
yeah, that'll be a great birthday present.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome. Not going to count my chickens, but that would be awesome.
So, and then we close out the last 2 races of the season at Charlotte on the oval, and then a night race at Las Vegas, which last night on the season finale, of the Indy Racing World Series, we ran.
Oh, excuse me, but the Ford just decided to shove his nose into the back of the 40. Let him know what's going on.
Let's go back and look at that.
It was right into turn 1. Just tabbed 1. He went into it.
Coming around. Yep. I think I missed it. Oh well. Replays on the fly don't always work. That's when you have to be broadcaster, director, producer. You're wearing a lot of hats sitting here in the booth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's
There he
going
goes.
for it
There he
again.
goes.
That's the second time, really. Make it stick, though. Maybe if you go side by side, he might be able to get the 3-4 run. Here he goes. He's got to run down the back straight. Wow, that is a strong truck he's got. He's going to shove him up a little bit. Side by side off the corner. Gosh, this is some good racing.
Yes, it is.
Man, I wish I was on the track, but man, am I happy to be sitting here.
Especially on my testing at this track, when I am perfectly content sitting up here watching it. And there he goes, moves into second.
Slide job. Sorry, I had to get one of those.
There
out.
you go, of course.
Almost tagged the wall there, but that's alright. As long as that truck's
Oh.
still rolling straight, we're all good.
Chris Fuge said that Colton created the team, but he and Colton live in the same town. So there's your history of Smoky Mountain Racing.
Now we got our update.
It's a nice thing. I'm getting fact checked in real time in our Discord.
So back to the last 2 races. Sorry for cutting you off about that.
And Dawson is moving in. This is very, very similar to what we saw at Gateway, where I think he's content sitting in second for a while and then making a late move.
He might. I'd say about 5 to go. He might get anxious, and he might be starting to use that front part. Oh, he tagged the ball a little bit. Keep going straight. It's all right. Gather it back up. Get back up there. Keep that gap close. About 5 to go. I could see him start using that bumper just a little bit. Short track racing. Now I'm working at Charlotte. Charlotte's a fun track, and I actually just came off of it with the fixed series before I jumped into here.
It is, yeah, it's Coca-Cola 600 week.
It's also Indy 500.
It is Indy 500. You got Monaco and some. It's being in Pacific time. It's a long day, but it's probably my favorite day of the year. So I'll get up early. Monaco usually starts at about 6 a.m. Watch that, then turn on Indy. Watch that, then turn on the Coca-Cola 600.
We do have a NASCAR driver doing a doubleheader.
We do. Kyle Larson. Well, hopefully.
Yes.
The weather cooperates.
As long as the weather cooperates, yes. But if he does the doubleheader and he does well in the 500 and the 600, that would be a historic weekend for Hendrick Motorsports.
Did you see Rick Hendrick's interview about that? And
I had not.
He made comments about, there's been a lot of work, not only from Kyle and the team and getting him ready to go for the 500, but all the marketing people and all the promotion that's gone on, and he's just like, honestly goes, he basically said, I don't remember his exact words, but he said it's going to be difficult to pull him away from the track if the weather and the schedule doesn't cooperate.
Yeah.
All right, now only one person has completed all 1,100 miles, and that was Tony Stewart back in, I believe, 2001.
Yep, he completed both races, and I think he finished, I want to say, 8th at the 500, and I think top 5 at the 600.
And he immediately collapsed into a stretcher as soon as he got out of his cup car.
Well, at the time, he was still a little bit up. I think he was what, in his 30s? I want to say he was in his 30s. I want to say, but you gotta also remember, Tony Stewart came from Indy.
He did.
IndyCar racing to NASCAR. So he already had his foothold in IndyCar, and he already had a sense of how to run the Indy 500. I'm sure it wasn't his first time.
The late 90s, he drove for like John Menard. Actually, I have one of his late 90s 1/24 scale diecast sitting behind me in the kind of the red, orange, and yellow Menards Glidden paint cars.
Yeah.
So it was beautiful. Problem is that car had some reliability issues, and he drove that thing like a stock car.
Now, see, I wasn't alive at that point. I was still simmering. we will say.
I was in middle school, approaching high school at that point, so it's.
Yeah, I was 98, youngster. So if you say mid 90s, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't around.
Just to give you an idea, the first 500 I ever went to was 1997. So.
Oh, it's only a year before I was around, so you know, that's fine.
So we're approaching our last 5 laps to go.
Looks like the 4 is not content with second, but he just can't get a good run on that 18. The 18's strong, and the 40's trying to come back here.
Colton, that's kind of his trademark. He will hang back and make that run with about 5 to go, and has won numerous races where he's sitting second, third, fourth, and then just kind of comes out of nowhere because he's really good at tire saving. Well, we've got 5 to go.
4 might be trying to take a shot here soon. It's probably he's counting the laps in his head. I would be. If I was in his spot that close to that win, I would be counting the laps. When do I do it? When can I do it? Am I this close? Am I close enough yet? Am I close enough yet? He's gotten there a few times within the last 10 laps. He just hasn't been able to. He doesn't want to be too aggressive. It looks like he doesn't want to shove in there and move the 18 up. There's a lot of respect between these two.
Apologize to the viewers. This is a lot harder than it looks. If you're making fun of me at home, and rightfully you should be. Watching the production screen, I look over on the stream, I realize I still have the schedule in the corner. But now that you've watched it, you should know our schedule for the rest of the year. There'll be a test on that at the end of the week.
Pop quiz. What's the last race of this season? Pop quiz.
And the date.
And the date. And what time?
That should be the easy
that.
part. It's the same time every week.
Aha.
2 to go.
Ooh, he's getting there. Ooh. He might start.
This is where he's
Respect
going to make
might
his
go out
move.
the window.
Oh, got a little loose
Ooh.
there.
He's still there. Respect might go out the window, and he might use that bumper. If he can get back to it 1 and 2, and he's close enough, he might tag it just a little bit. Might do the bump and run.
Can he get there?
Ooh,
And
right on him. See what happens on a lap. 18's holding the bottom. Boy's trying to go underneath. Ooh, he's being smart about it. He's being respectful. Ooh,
Colton
slipping and sliding.
Yeah, Colton got a little loose. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, here comes Colton! Oh!
Oh Lord!
Oh, and somehow Hunter
Lord.
saves it. Hunter saves it. Hunter Hughes is coming around. Here comes Colton
40.
Garner. It's Hunter Hughes!
Broken at the line.
Wow! Hunter
What an
Hughes
amazing end.
almost turns sideways, manages to save it. Colton Garner sneaks up for a second place finish, and Dawson Buchanan third. Wow, what a finish!
Oh, that one there. That one there is gonna need a replay because that finish was insane.
Let's see if we can get this.
Back stretch to the finish. That's where all the
See if we can
excitement
get
started.
a replay of that on. You know what? We're gonna go to the instant replay screen. I'm gonna queue this thing up, and we're gonna watch this before we do our final interviews here.
Back her on up. Back stretch to the finish.
And wow, that was something else. So we will have this here in a moment. All right, here we go.
Now remember, the 40 and the 4 slipped off the corner, coming off a 2, and they still had that big of a run.
Hunter's turned sideways, down under the apron, manages to save it.
Oh man, the 4 tried to go left, and the 40 was there. Wow.
Unbelievable.
What
So,
a finish.
We are joined. Here's Colton Garner. Wow. Wait for
Oh, Lordy.
get started here with unbelievable finish, Colton. Congratulations on the second place finish tonight.
Thank you.
That was out of your seat crazy, that last lap, between Hunter getting turned sideways and saving it, and then you coming out of nowhere. Like, tell us what your perspective was like on that last lap, coming around off of the backstretch into that last half of the final lap.
Well, off of 2, I really didn't think I had a chance about anything going down the back, but I saw Hunter go in there and he was knocked sideways, and ooh, I got a chance. But their momentum was gone and checked up, and I just tried my best to keep mine. If I hadn't cut loose off of 4, I think I might have had a better chance. I think I think the 4 might have been making he just came down. I mean, I ain't mad about it.
Oh, you came out ahead at least. Before we move on to our interview with our winner, you have any sponsors you'd like to thank? Uh-oh, do we lose Colton?
Oh, I'm back.
There he
My
is.
internet dropped out. My bad.
So you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
I want to thank French Broad, Jiffy Lube, Castle Garen Creations, Good Clean Humor, Carolina Legion, everybody that helps this thing go around. Really cool having both French Broad trucks finish 1-2 this race. And congrats to Hunter.
Thank you. And that was Colton Garner, a second place finisher tonight. So bringing in Hunter Hughes from broadcaster to race winner. This feels kind of backwards, Hunter, but congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That last lap, I tell you, that got me out of my seat, yelling at the monitor. Tell us, what went through your mind when it looked like you were going sideways off the track and somehow you miraculously saved it.
Yeah, I mean, so it like, where do I start? Okay, so I think the 4 may have just dumped the number 1 in the beginning, and throughout the race we didn't really appreciate that much, so I was kind of racing Dawson a bit harder than I would any other time, just because we feel like he wronged Dylan. That's another reason why I was racing him so hard coming to the stage break there. But coming in the final couple of laps, I kind of had a feeling something like that was going to happen. I mean, it's the white flag. You're going for the win. I don't know how I saved it. He turned me pretty much sideways going through the grass. It was like that scene in Cars when he gets the punt from Chick Hicks and then he turns right to go left. But yeah, and then coming out of turn 4, I don't really know what was happening. I'm watching him back now, and Colton got a really, really good run there, and yeah, I guess it worked out for us, which is really cool. Before the race started, in the practice session, it was quite foggy. And I made kind of a joke to our group. I was like, I won Pocono, and Pocono was foggy, and
2 in a row.
I win New Hampshire as well.
Yeah, for those that don't know, we switched to a slightly different weather system where we try to match the realistic weather when the cars actually do come to that track, and for some reason we have now had 2 races where it has been kind of foggy when the race started, and it cleared up a little bit as we went on. So still kind of fine-tuning that a little bit. Don't like racing in the fog, but I guess it is what it is. So, Hunter, you have any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, French Broad, they've been a loyal partner of Colton, and Colton asked me to run their car, and I was more than honored to run the iconic French Broad car. I was telling Colton before the season started, I was like, that 40 French Broad, that red car is like iconic in our league.
It is,
it's really
absolutely.
cool to bring it to Victory Lane and bring the sister car in P2 as well. And real quick, I don't want to throw any shade to Dawson. I'm watching the last contact back. I don't know if I checked up too hard or if he just got into the back of me. So if I checked up too hard going into that final turn, I don't want to paint him as the villain. I'm just watching it back to see, but it just kind of looks like a bit of a racing deal, but
it didn't. From up here, it didn't look like anything deliberate. It was just a racing incident and actually 3 guys going for the win.
It for sure just looked like racing.
All right, Hunter Hughes, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Congrats, gentlemen.
So, Nick, as we go ahead and wrap it up for tonight, Nick, thank you for joining us this week. So Trevor will be back next week, and both Nick and I should be back in the trucks.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, thanks again for joining.
Hey, anytime.
just remember, we'll be back next Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern from Homestead, Miami.
I'll
So
try and be back up in here.
real quick, we'll go through the final results, and we'll sign off for the evening. So, oops, just kidding. All right, let's try that. Your top 10 is Hunter Hughes, followed by Colton Garner, Dawson Buchanan, then the 2 JM Motorsports cars of John Miles and Jax Malin, Bill Mulfield in 6th, Eric Richardson 7th, Brian McKinney 8th, Nick Cipriani 9th, Vinny Silva 10th, and as mentioned, Dylan Behrens in 11th. Again, my name is DJ Flook. I was joined by Nick Warboy tonight, and you'll have your normal crew back next week. I'm sure you're looking forward to that. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you next week.
Have a good night.